Welcome to another episode of the Puff Puff Hour, a Dragon Quest podcast. I am your host, Caleb Craig.
I am your host, Dylan Rominger.
And I'm the most important host, Jacob Wright.
You fucking wish. All right. And today, since we did not have builders done, Dylan.
No,
I
take
Come
full
on now, that's not
responsibility.
fair to me.
Yeah, I take full responsibility.
You
What happened
take
is
full responsibility.
Yes, my cheap ass didn't buy a PS4 just for this game.
Yeah,
so
there you
Dylan
go.
was nice enough to let me borrow this game, albeit I beat it in 3 weeks and got it done. That meant he had no time to work on this 50, probably 60-hour game.
Maybe more than that at this point. I'm pretty deep into it.
Yeah. How far? Where are you at in builders?
So I'm in the first chapter, and I've already put at least 15 hours in, which is pretty ridiculous for a 4-chapter game.
Jake, how long was the first chapter for you? Because it was honestly long enough ago that I have no idea how long the first chapter took me.
I can't remember once you've synced 50 hours into something, you completely forget. But it was the longest chapter to me.
Yeah, I went online to see.
I felt like 2 took me the longest.
Okay, I think by 2 I had everything on in each chapter after that. Just got quicker and quicker. I beat chapter 4 like that.
I also did dick around a lot in that game, and that might be why everything took me so long. So that's why maybe my time is skewed on how long it took me to beat it.
What time? It's another one of those games that doesn't show you your total time.
Yeah, this is a rough estimate for me. 15 hours.
How many portals are you in?
I have the green portal. So
Green. That's it.
yeah, I'm in the boss
Wait, the
prep.
green is the last one, though.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
last
yeah,
one of the
yeah.
chapter, so I'm getting ready for that golem.
All right.
Yeah, so
It's good progress.
it's
It will be
something.
done by the end of the year, Dylan.
That is a
you
majority
go.
of the game.
That's a
so
DROM guarantee. It'll be
D-ROM.
done by the end of the
D-ROM
year.
Entertainment.
then we will have a second episode this month. That's great. Okay.
Yeah,
Hope so.
tremendous. It's the best.
Did
If
you
things go
start?
right.
Did you start Dragon Quest 4 yet, Jake?
Not yet. I have this other podcast called Muff the Mobile UFF of a 50-hour Final Fantasy Dimensions game that I got to beat first. And then I will start Dragon Quest 4.
50 hours of a mobile
That's what I've
game.
told. Yeah, that's what I've been told.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah. And maybe 100 games on the hog, so I'll get to Dragon Quest 4 soon enough.
Only
The hog
100?
for the Nude Clan. Yeah.
Yes, Nude Clan. Great podcast.
All right. I have done 1 chapter of Dragon Quest 4.
Yeah,
It looks
well,
like
one-
you got a lot of
it's-
catching up to do, Dylan.
It
Let's
was
get it done.
pretty
yeah,
grindy.
that's a lot of stuff to do.
I think I have 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
In it right now.
Huh.
I could probably catch up to that.
Well, actually, it's
If you don't
probably
play
like
it
3.5.
anymore.
Although I do feel like I grabbed every extra item I possibly could during that run.
Huh.
I explored pretty much everything.
I'm curious how the chapters work then. Maybe it's a way shorter game than.
I think it gets longer after they meet up.
Okay.
I don't know, but for the first guy, it was just one guy, and then he meets a monster that you can tag along.
The how long to
Gotcha.
beat was like 27 hours.
Yeah,
I was
it's
looking at
a
that.
shorter one.
So it's not too bad.
It's longer than the first 3, but still shorter than the later ones.
Yeah.
It's shorter than Builders. That's for sure.
If the
I've been noticing quite a few of the Dragon Quest games claim to be shorter than Builders. Like 7 and 8 seem to be the only ones that look like they're longer.
7 and 8 are the only ones that I know for sure are gonna be at least 70 hours for us. And one of our listeners on Nude Clan did play Dragon Quest 11, like the Japanese one. So, and he told me that it took him a long time to beat
No,
that
I think
Dragon
he's
Quest
100%ing it. I talked to him. It looks like he's 100%ing everything.
Yeah, but he said he had over 100 hours just from beating the story.
that's a lot.
And I don't know how much of that was done doing grinding and extra stuff, so
Well, that's what we're building
We'll
up
find
to.
out.
So
Well, I do want to
we're
do
building up to builders.
Oh, I do want to do some extra stuff in the games that I can, because now we're getting into the ones where like there is gonna be extra stuff to do. I don't think we had a whole lot for the first 3 games.
Not just the medallions.
Yeah, not just
yeah,
the
let's
mini
get all
medals.
100 of those.
Yeah. So yeah, today our topic is Yuji Horii. We're doing a spotlight episode on him.
Yes.
You said we have some news first, Jake?
Some news for Dragon Quest that is irrelevant to the United States.
Fantastic. That's the only kind of news I feel like we get.
Yes. Okay, Square Enix has announced the Jump Fiesta of 2017
Right.
in middle December, which will have Dragon Quest Builders on the Switch, which thankfully we are getting. Dragon Quest Rivals, it's updated stuff. Rivals is apparently already out. It's just updated content for
Is
things.
it here?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then we
But
don't
it
have to worry
apparently has
about
already reached over 10 million downloads. So I think Dragon Quest is still pretty popular over
Wait,
there.
is that a mobile game?
Yeah, it's a mobile game.
Oh.
Probably like the Brave Exvius type stuff.
You know, I wouldn't mind something like that for Dragon Quest over here.
We'll see. And like I'm willing to give it a shot, but I'm not losing sleep over not having it here.
Yeah, true.
Kind of like 10 right now with me. Because something about MMOs and
it's
a long branching story just doesn't get it done for me.
Well, I
I
mean-
feel like there's never going to be enough there.
Well, I mean, like having a mobile game to pass the time with one of a good series that we're discovering would be great.
If there's actual story content there, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if there's story content.
Yeah.
Well, it depends a lot on the gameplay, I would say.
I
If
think
it's worth it, then yeah.
I
If
think
not,
Dragon Quest wouldn't skimp on the story though.
Well,
I mean,
don't know.
their stories would still be simple, I would imagine, but
Yeah, like the ones we played to this point.
I don't think there's
The U.S. may never know.
Yeah, we may never know, so we don't have to really care.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
There is Yoshino Dragon Quest, which I have no idea. I didn't even look this one up, but it's apparently another one. Tekake Dragon Quest Scan Battlers, man. What is that?
Stand
No,
battlers?
Scan Battlers. I cannot.
I was like,
Blah.
whoa. It's
So
like
I guarantee you, go grab a card. You're going to put it
JoJo's
into
Bizarre
this huge...
Adventure up in this bitch, like a little bit.
Yeah.
It sounds like Toys to Life to me.
Hmm.
Yeah, like the scannable toys, like amiibos.
Oh, what was that one PSP game that they had like forever ago? It was the Invisimals, I think.
There was that.
Remember that one?
I don't remember that.
Oh,
one.
yeah, there's you could scan like barcodes or some shit, and like it would give you special creatures.
When
to-
they're
to
iToy
use.
Pets too. Stuff like that
There was
too.
there was like an
that.
iPet thing, yeah.
And then, what was it? Lord of Vermilion on PS3. You would actually put in cards into the thing and have it scan it.
Oh, I don't know about that
Remember
one.
that didn't take off.
That could be
but
a
I
cool
think
thing.
that's what that is. Probably put the cards into the actual
Yeah,
arcade machine in Japan, and
That must be a bigger thing over there because
Oh, yeah,
none of those things have ever taken off over here.
right, yeah. I think it's like that because it's similar to that Dragon Quest Road game that we had saw that was on arcades.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know there was an arcade Dragon Quest.
There's
Yeah.
a couple.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the screen. You're just basically moving along a road, and you're just slashing, hacking your way through. Kind of like a Wii-looking game.
So it's like a beat 'em up. That's what it sounds like.
Kind of
A
like
first-person beat 'em up, maybe.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
kind of like
I can
the
picture that.
traditional like Silent Scope and old arcade rail shooters type of
Okay.
thing. That's what
Yeah.
that looked like. And the biggest news of all, Dragon Quest X Online for the Wii U, PC, PS4, and Switch. Extra content for it.
We might see that come here if that's the case.
There better be an announcement.
Yeah.
I'm mixed on that because it's like I've seen the guys over at Ultima Final Fantasy play those MMOs, and I've seen it drain them, and the idea of doing that hurts me. But
your soul.
Well, we are
but
different.
I do want to play it because it is a main a mainline.
Just because
game.
the number claims it's mainline, this is my problem with 11 and 14.
Yeah,
I will play it eventually one day, probably when 11's server is shut down and I have no way to play it. That's when I'm going to play it. But it shouldn't be numbered. It should just be like Phantasy Star
I know.
Online.
It should have just been called Final Fantasy Online and then Final Fantasy Online 2.
I don't think we necessarily have to beat it. I just think we should play it or at least try it out.
In Japanese?
No. If it gets a port.
See, yeah, we're not playing Japanese games.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Right. Which I will actually get into here. We have a awesome new listener. What was his name? That is trying to convince us to play Dragon Quest Caravan Heart.
Oh, that's right.
And I had brought up that I was considering it an episode ago. What are your guys' thoughts about it? There is a English ROM translated since it never came out here in the States.
Which one? It's a continuation of one of the games?
I believe so.
Do you know which game?
Probably 5 or 6, I think. I could be wrong about that. I don't have the full information.
Well, we'll have to look at it again and figure it out. If there is an English ROM, what system was it for?
Game Boy Advance?
It's for Game Boy Advance?
I think that's doable. It really just depends on like what the length of the game is. Because it is extra.
Yeah, it's an extra game that they...
And our priority is the main series.
No, we're playing every Dragon Quest game that was released here in the United States.
Yeah, but the
I'm
priority
looking at
is
the
the main
price
series.
of the Tornico game, and that's very baffling for a game, like $80 on eBay. That's great.
Yeah, I did look at that. That's ridiculous.
It acts as
I'm sorry, does that say that there is a Tornico 2?
Yes. The what is it called? The Mystery Dungeon series that spans both Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest over in the States. They're called Tornico, the ones that are Dragon Quest. So there's 1, 2, and 3, and we only got number 2. So we can thankfully skip 1 and 3.
Unless that has a translation too.
Yeah.
But it apparently, Caravan Hearts, acts as a prequel to Dragon Quest 7.
It's a prequel to 7?
Yeah.
I guess we have to play it after 6 then, if we're going to play it. I wouldn't mind playing playing that. What do you guys think?
I'm down.
Yeah, I think it would be okay. But like, what is it like lengthwise is what I'm wondering.
Probably
like,
20 hours.
would there
I
be
highly
enough-
doubt that it would be as long as Dragon Quest 7.
Would there be enough there is what I'm wondering. Or would we like have to combine it with 7?
I think we could do a whole episode for it. Doesn't seem like it would be super long.
I kind of feel like we're gonna have to break 7 up too with the hours it's gonna take to beat that one.
7 is going to be a long one, especially if we're going to do the side stuff.
Yeah.
Or at least some of it. I plan on doing as much as I can before the episode.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
with
for
8.
sure.
And I'm going to...
I'm doing everything for 8.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm looking
guarantee.
up what I can do for 4 while I'm playing it. See how much extra stuff there's in that one, so I can do those.
Yeah, I think generally that's what I try to do.
So, all right then. I guess we will play Caravan Heart.
Yes.
Okay, we'll have to add that to our list.
Yes.
The ever-growing list.
It's not that bad. Like 22, 23 games right now.
Is that including Dragon Quest 11?
I don't know.
Because I think it was
Go
23.
check out
and
our
I think,
website for the official
and
count.
I think that was before.
And I will add Caravan Heart in a little bit.
Sweet.
All right, that sounds
We have
good.
a couple of reviews, gentlemen. Yes.
Oh, we have reviews now?
I know. We're really taking off. One review.
We're moving up in the world.
Yep.
That's
we really
right.
are. All right. I do not care where any of the reviews come from. You could review us on Twitter, the website, iTunes. We're on Google Play. Libsyn, obviously, which
Google
hosts
Play,
our stuff.
unfortunately, does not have a way to leave reviews yet.
Okay, either way, I don't care about iTunes and Apple's
iTunes and
conglomerates.
Apple's.
Yes.
Can send it to us on Facebook
Could-
even.
Yeah,
That
I
would
know.
work.
There's a Facebook page. There's an awesome Facebook page. You should check out. It's literally blank. But
Well, now it's not going to be, now that you pointed it out.
I know, right? So wherever you want to leave a review, let us know. I will find it, or you can link it to me, please, and I will gladly review it. This is not an
You
iTunes
will review
pod-
the review?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
I'll
going to
review that.
critique it.
There you go. Yeah.
Spelling in this is abhorrent.
It's like reading fan fiction all over again.
You're
Oh,
very
man.
used to that, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, it's kind of dead, right, Craig?
Yeah,
It's not
it's-
surviving.
Well, it
It's-
lives on through this
Oh,
with
jeez.
the constant plugs.
Yeah, in some ways.
Yes. It's still getting more downloads than this show.
Oh, that's disheartening.
No, it's sexy.
All right, get on to the review.
All right, the review on iTunes is from Blue156. Don't know why it's not your full name here, buddy, but hey there, it's Hail Blue156, longtime member of Ultima Final Fantasy on the forums.
Yeah.
I remember this guy from the beginning. 5-star review. I always enjoy the antics of these guys. If you enjoy Nude Clan and UFF, just go ahead and download it. You won't be disappointed.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you very much. Great review.
It is a great review. And
Tremendous.
it plugs Nude Clan and Ultima Final Fantasy. It is like a trifecta right there.
Yeah.
You mean Joe's Therapy Hour, the podcast?
Sometimes it can be, unfortunately.
I wonder if he's ever
But
going to
for
hear
the most
that.
time, for the most part, it is a fantastic show.
Completely ruined the Persona 5 review. The other review is on puffpuffhour.geekdomentertainment.com, our official website right now. And it is from Irad. And he says, first review ever, 5-star all the way. What can I say? It's Dragon Quest, one of my many favorite JRPG series. I wonder what the other ones are.
Probably
is
Final
second
Fantasy
to
and
Final
The
Fantasy.
other big ones.
I love how you guys are playing through all the games. I have played and beaten half the games. All right, got a jump start on us. Both English and Japanese.
That's
He
dedication.
speaks Japanese. He played 11 that way, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though.
Dragon Quest 7 is one of my favorites, followed by 5. I just want to thank you all for doing this podcast. I know it's an odd review, but I have never done a review before.
Oh, that's all right. It was a good review.
Yes,
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you.
very much so.
We enjoy the asterisks instead of the stars.
Yeah, that's for sure. The asterisks.
And if you guys want to
Asterisks.
review this podcast at 1 star, I don't care. I won't actually go on a rant about it.
You're going to rant about the review?
No, I will not go on a rant. It's
Oh,
a Joe
okay.
reference. Okay,
Well,
never mind.
We got to review the reviews according to Jay.
Yeah, we're going to review them, remember?
Now we're not going to get any more because
Yeah.
people are going to be like discouraged.
We gotta critique every little thing.
Yeah, so time for the true highlight. The
true
spotlight
highlight.
of Yuji Horii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Yuji Horii. He was born January 6th, 1954.
Oh, by the way, we're reading this specifically off a piece of paper.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have time to memorize things. So it's just going to have to be like this. Anyway, Yuji Horii, born January 6th, 1954. He was born to a family of glass artisans on Waiji. I'm sorry, I'm terrible.
Hold on, what is it? Okay, so it's
I'm gonna probably butcher these, so I apologize in advance.
Awaji
Awaji.
Island of the Hyogo Prefecture. All right, okay. So helping in the family store during the summer when he was young, he alternated between wanting to be a cartoonist or a lawyer, deciding by high school that being working in manga was a more practical idea. No, fuck you. More practical idea than legal affairs. Horii's traveled to Tokyo during his third year and in his own words, barged into the office of Go Nagi and requested to be made his assistant. After being politely turned down, the young Yuji considered his options and decided to circle of manga enthusiasts under the assumption that working a regular job and being an artist would be too difficult, and that being a student would allow him to draw as much as he liked.
After graduating high school, Horii applied for admittance in Waseda University in 1972. During his time at Waseda, I'm sorry if I'm butchering this, by the way, Horii would join the University of Kenkyu Kai, serving as an editor and writer for a biannual magazine called Waseda Man. That's interesting. During university festivals, he would help gather funds for the magazine by drawing street portraits for 50 yen.
You draw street portraits? That's
Apparently
pretty
so.
sweet.
That's pretty cool.
Are you pretty sure that they didn't have all clown hair and drive doom buggies?
Either way, that's
I
pretty
swear
cool.
every single person who I have met that was outside doing drawings has always tried to put somebody into a doom buggy.
Like caricatures.
The caricatures when they're driving. And
Literally every caricature I've ever seen has somebody on a skateboard. So
okay.
I guess it depends on the artist.
Due to the nationwide protests of students of 1972, as well as the murder of Dashiburo Kawaguchi, who I have no idea who that is. Maybe we should have looked this up. The administrative staff of Waseda effectively shut the campus down for an entire year. This abundance of free time allowed Horii to build stronger friendships with his classmates, many of whom would go on to enter the entertainment industry and hire him to write articles for their magazines.
It's like Persona 5 style.
Yeah.
He's building his friendship strength.
Yeah, he's building his social links.
Yep.
He would work as a professional freelance writer during his 6-year stay at Waseda, producing content for a variety of avenues such as a daily newspaper, Sakia Sports, and Kasura Bushi's Six's television program, Itzazura Kamara di Daseniko. His focus on freelancing was also influenced by a serious motorcycle accident in his 4th year in college that ruptured several internal organs and prohibited anything more strenuous than operating a typewriter. It took him 6 months to recover.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting.
It's a hell of a wreck.
Yeah. I love his ambition in basically barging into the offices of saying, okay, just let me hire me as your assistant. And they were being nice and just, no. I would have kicked him out of that.
I will be your fucking assistant, okay?
I know, right? I want to get this man coffee every day. Every day. Tea and crumpets. In early 1981, Horii read an article in one of the magazines he wrote for that detailed the upcoming rise of microcomputer systems and how it expected to change daily life. He had considered himself very competent in mathematics. I've heard that he is very smart in math.
I could not consider myself competent in mathematics. So that's impressive.
Yeah. He decided to end up buying one. After reaching the limits of the built-in word processing program, he began to explore capabilities of the machine, teaching himself as he went along. The idea of creating a game of this such as dawned on Horii as he played through the various bits of software that was available at the time. One of his
making a game of what?
He was trying to teach himself code by the free programs that was inside of there. There was free games.
So he
that
wanted
he
to
saw.
make a game out of learning how to code.
This man is a lifetime learner, it sounds like. He's always trying to push himself.
And such as an early Nobunachi's Ambition title and a licensed Star Trek game.
A licensed Star Trek game?
Yeah. I don't have any information on what game it might have been, but trust me, nobody's
Does it
played
say,
it.
Did it say like what the time frame was for this? I think I
Around
missed it.
early 81, 82.
So pre-NES.
Yes.
A
Interesting.
pre-NES Star Trek game.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Star Trek games
Ooh.
are bad to begin with, but pre-Nintendo,
You know,
I
that's
don't even
true.
wanna
I
know.
don't think I've seen. Well, there was one I think that's supposed to be okay.
Okay.
I don't know anything about that.
The most realized of his early efforts of making game was Love Match Tennis. Sounds like my kind of game.
Love Match Tennis?
Yes.
What is that about?
I don't know.
Obviously tennis, but like, is it nude tennis?
No. Do you not know tennis?
What?
Do you not know tennis?
I know tennis.
Tennis
Okay.
the sport.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not
It's a
tennis
sport.
like
Well, what's the
Tennis
love
shot.
match portion is what he's getting at.
love is the point counter before you actually are doing the matches.
Okay.
Before you start scoring points for the first one to come to 7, you do 10, 20, and 40 love.
Okay. It sounded like a
then-
dating sim to me. That's why I was confused.
That is what it sounded like to me too.
Yeah, I could see that. And it's from Japan, so
Yeah.
every single...
It was questionable.
We just needed to clarify that.
Yeah. Which Horii would enter into the Enix-sponsored programming contest he was reporting on in 1982. Which he could have easily had a reporter bias like we do nowadays, and, oh, this game's tremendous, it's only the best. And he's the one who made it. And he's the one reporting on the news article.
Yeah. This game is the greatest game of all time.
Live from Washington Post, this is the best game. I'm not doing any fact-checking, but it is. Much to his surprise, he discovered he won second place when he arrived to report at the awards ceremony. It was there that he met Koichi Nakamura,
Dun, dun, dun.
founder and current president of Chunsoft, whose door-door...
Chunsoft.
Yeah, Chunsoft. Chunky Soft.
I don't know why that's so funny to me, but
It sounds like a knockoff brand name for the chunky soup. Yeah,
I guess.
the Chunky Bowl commercials. Yeah. The game called Door Door had won first place. The two became fast friends and decided to work together in the growing world of entertainment software. Horii's first success at Enix was the Portapoya serial murder case, which I will give a shot. It seems pretty cool, so one of these days I'll play it. A screen-by-screen adventure game that tasks the player with unraveling the mysterious circumstances of a violent murder in an eponymous seaside town. The title proved to be a watershed moment for the young Horii, gathering him well-respected at Enix and strengthening his relationship with Nakamura.
Well, that took a dark turn.
What do you mean?
The story.
Oh, yeah. In 1983, Enix sent Horii and Nakamura to Applefest.
There we go. That's
Applefest?
better.
Applefest.
That's more cheerful.
A trade show hosted by Apple Computers in San Francisco that allowed attendees to sample new business software.
Okay, that makes more sense because I was thinking like an apple orchard.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Why?
So I should have probably went Apple Copyright Fest.
We're not on the same page here.
No, that was, I was like, why would they go to an orchard?
Because
Like,
I thought the same thing. That's why I was like, oh, that's cheerful.
okay.
It was here that Horii encountered his first RPG wizardry. Having never encountered a game like this before, where success depended on strategy and thorough planning rather than quick reflexes, Horii became enamored with the seemingly endless mysteries of the game that he had purchased it on the Apple II immediately upon his return to Japan, just to play the game. That's a console seller, right? That's what we call
Apparently.
a console seller.
Well, it was.
Gotta play that wizardry now. Apparently it's great.
Yeah. On the Switch.
Yeah, on the
On
Switch.
the Switch. I don't know. Are you sure it can run full graphics of wizardry on the Switch? I seen its specs, man.
I don't know.
Well,
They should try either way. I need more
it'll take a
games
lot
to
of
play.
coding and a lot of downgrading in the frames per second. I'm not sure if it'll even go 60 frames per second.
Well, Mario Odyssey does. So hopefully other games are capable.
In 1985, Portapoya was ported to the Famicom, greatly improving the machine's software library from a handful of obtuse titles. This porting success gained Horii further recognition among the gaming community, prompting him to be inaugurated in Weekly Shonen Jump's Famicom Kamiken periodical. This bi-monthly article was on current games and trends. When Horii sent in his own article, he was quickly hired as a staff writer. I don't know about that.
That's interesting.
That is.
Here's my opinion of the games. Oh, you get a job.
Right.
That would be great to happen to me.
Yeah,
just
we
be
would
like-
all be employed and
Just tell everybody how I feel about Bounty Hunter, and then I immediately get a job.
I think he got the job because he made his own game. That's what I'm.
Yeah, I
getting here,
guess.
like, oh, well, I made a game. Well, you get a job here at IGN. Was the game good? Doesn't matter. You get a job
it
at
was a piece of
IGN.
shit,
All right. From this connection, Horii would put his college education to good use and use his writing skills to various mangakai in the magazine as he worked on his games. Eventually meeting acclaimed artist Akira Toriyama at that Shonen Jump New Year's party.
Oh man, it begins.
So it's
on the new year too. That's
the
awesome.
big three.
Together.
Yes. It's like Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman. It's the big three.
Rodman.
Yes. Are we going to name Horace or Kerr from the Bulls? Really?
Well, Kerr is the reason why they won the championship that year.
One championship. The other one is because Jordan pushed off Russell. I'm a longtime Utah Jazz fan.
Yeah. It's true. Sorry,
that
Caleb.
game was completely.
Sorry to leave you out of the sports
Game
talk.
6 is.
All I know is Michael Jordan and Larry Bird.
You know the Hornets, though.
I know Huey the Hornet.
Okay. Anyway, what I find
Good enough,
interesting
I
is
guess.
how he was a game creator, and then Nakamura was a game creator, and just randomly while he was at doing his various news jobs is how he met both him and Akira.
It's fate.
It's
It
fate.
is.
Yeah.
Predestined.
That's why we're here today, because of this meeting.
Yeah, I know,
This
and it's been the
fateful meeting.
same big three throughout the entire series.
Well, they did basically create every RPG after the first Dragon Quest because of the influence that it had.
Yeah,
That's true.
I'm
yeah.
seeing. I see Phantasy Star branching out and doing a lot more different things, but I do need to get into Phantasy Star to see a
Phantasy
lot more.
Star
Was
is
doing
hard
a lot
to
of different
play.
things. But it's different. It's not like
Oh, I know. I've played it before. It is very different.
with the success of the Famicom port, proving that a slow game can dominate the sales charts in an action game market. Was it really an action game market back then?
What was the
Really?
year?
Around 1985, 86.
That was like Super Mario Bros. Year, so
Is that action?
I guess the trends were going that
There's-
way.
From what I've seen, there hasn't been a lot of RPGs that were developed at the time. There were a
Right.
few, like a very small amount.
So everything else is action.
So basically, everything that would like require, they didn't really have genres.
Yeah, agreed.
So anything that required like reflexes or anything was basically an action game.
That makes sense.
Horii and Nakamura agreed that the timing was right to begin development on the Famicom's first genuine RPG. After a lengthy process of convincing Enix supervisor Yukinobu Chida of the project's potential for success, the unnamed project was given the green light to begin development, with Horii as sole scenario writer, Nakamura as lead programmer, and Toriyama as illustrator. Instead of a common wizardry clone, the two decided to combine the best aspects of both the aforementioned series and its chief competitor, Ultima.
Dun dun dun.
And he
Ultima Wizardry was born.
and eliminate the largest design flaws of both in the process. To accomplish this, it was decided to use the simple menu-driven command system of Portapoya, the first-person battle screen of Wizardry, and the bird's-eye view map exploration of Ultima. Coincidentally, acclaimed composer Koichi Sugiyama had filled out a consumer response card packaged on the back of Portapoya and was quickly approached for the possibility of composing the music for the ambitious title. Accepting the challenge, Sugiyama meets with the team and begins his composition work, even going as far as to play the scores on his piano over the phone for group approval.
Wow.
It's dedication. Hey guys, listen to this.
And an 8-bit, right?
Yeah, while he's on the piano, they're like, we can't quite hear it.
He's
Can
on
you
a
play that again?
piano and a car phone going through a tunnel.
It sounds like composition. I'm pretty sure he got the merits on that based of what he had done for TV commercials and TV shows apparently before Dragon Quest work. So they probably looked at his credentials and been like, okay, yeah, he's pretty freaking suitable. And I know that Sugiyama was already a trained composer at that point. And he wasn't just one random person that showed up one day. He actually had a repertoire of getting music done. So, all right. Horii's approach to design is cohesive, condensed conveyance of information. It's his philosophy, a result of his experiences as an amateur manga artist. The difficulty in balancing the amount of information being presented to a reader with the limited amount of page space available was greatly influential to the man. And Horii found his experiences with such spatial limitations to be analogous. I don't know why I can't.
Analogous.
The data limits. Yeah, I know.
Analogous, dude. If Joe had heard that, you would not hear the end of it for the rest of your life.
I think you should keep saying it. I like it.
Always leads straight back to anal.
Yeah, I
To
guess
the data
so.
limits of early computer software. He admits to requiring a long time to build that motivation to begin in the first place. Prior to Dragon Quest VIII, Horii would write every line of dialogue for his games, even down to nameless NPCs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
That's pretty
there's
interesting.
not much story in the beginning, so I mean, that wouldn't be hard to do.
Yeah, plus we don't originally have the Japanese games themselves per like translation of how little it might have been versus when it came here to United States NES,
Right.
and then versus what we have when we played the mobile.
Right.
I cannot judge any scale for that of how much was actually done. But we'll see for like 4, 5, and 6, and 7. Yeah, leading up to 8. It says so.
Leading up to 8?
Yeah, leading up to 8.
Ooh.
See, so that's crazy.
There's
to
a
me.
lot of dialogue in 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Well, good thing there's voice acting in 8.
Yeah.
Other works. I had completely forgotten about this for years, but he was a supervisor for Chrono motherfucking Trigger.
Oh, wow.
The big 3 of that was obviously him, the big Gooch,
The Gooch.
Sekaguchi,
Yeah.
and
keep-
Akira obviously did the designs for Trigger.
I keep forgetting that Schweiss calls him the Gooch.
It's awesome.
I didn't even know he did that.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, man. Yeah. They
We
call him
have
the Gooch.
one non-UFF listener dropping the mic.
Well, I don't listen to it either, but I was there for when they started calling him the Gooch.
So do you think he? We've all played Chrono Trigger in this room, right?
I played some of it, yes.
Oh, Craig, what the?
Caleb.
I do
Okay,
need to
okay.
beat
This
it.
is strictly
Some of
for
it?
Dylan. Then,
Yes, some
how
of
do you
it.
feel about him being supervisor on Chrono Trigger?
Well, the game turned out amazing, so I'm good with it.
Yep.
Literally, the only bad game that I've seen from him so far is Dragon Quest II.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. Well, it's not that hard when you can only mention 3.
Yeah, and
Four,
comparing it to
sorry.
Chrono Trigger doesn't even hold up at all.
Yeah.
That game's a masterpiece.
So yeah, you take probably Horii. I can't say Horii in his prime because I don't know much about the series yet. So we'll be the judge of that later. But that at that time was definitely the Gooch's prime.
The Gooch's prime.
Yes, right around 4, 5, and 6.
His
Final
prime was
Fantasy.
working with Horii.
Ooh.
Dun, dun.
Okay. All right. Horii currently heads his own production company, Armor Project, a company that has an exclusive production contract with Square Enix. The contract was established with Enix before the company merged with Square. Which probably makes sense on why nobody's been able to switch up the formula for the 3. And Enix probably likes it that way, or they don't dare change it.
Dare change Dragon Quest?
The big 3 for Dragon Quest.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they've been doing that with FF, and everybody, new game. Oh, we got to change everything up.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the the production company that they have with Armor Project that they might be the ones in control versus Square Enix, the ones in control.
Yeah. Plus, like with those 3 guys, Dragon Quest being as popular as it is in Japan, there's no way they would break up a team that consistently gets sales like that.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yep. So we have some trivia here. Horii describes himself as a mischievous and finds shocking and surprising players to be one of the most rewarding parts of his career as a game designer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that makes sense because, like, at the end of Dragon Quest 1, there's the choice to choose between, like, sharing the world with the Dragon Lord or, like, choosing to fight him.
Yeah, that's awesome too that they give you that choice at the end.
That is.
Which-
That is honestly one of the reasons why I love Dragon Quest 1 so much.
Yeah, and it ties in really well with builders too.
Yeah.
That choice.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. The
It's the entire plot outline.
yeah. There's one choice.
Though admittedly his skills have deteriorated since his college days, Horii draws a slime as part of his signature when signing autographs.
Nice.
I'd be for that.
I need to get his signature on something.
On anything?
Well, yeah. Pretty
Okay.
much anything. Preferably a game, though.
Not a body part.
If we're
Not your forehead?
I would like maybe Dragon Quest 1 to have him sign.
Get it on your arm, and then you can get a tattoo.
I need it. The thing is, though, like I'd have to get like the Japanese one because, like, I don't care for the cover art for the Dragon Warrior.
Are we just
The
talking
first one?
Yeah, for the first one.
That one's awesome.
It's
Are
not.
we talking US?
Yeah, we're talking U.S.
Yeah, the Green Dragon and the Warrior. That's awesome.
It's okay, but I prefer the Japanese one.
It
I
is
disagree.
It is not a bad cover. I just don't think
Plus,
it
it's called
ties-
Dragon Warrior.
I know that.
Yeah.
That just. Yeah,
And there's a
so-
dragon and a warrior. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's straightforward. So it's not.
But it's not the Dragon Warrior.
It's not bad per se.
Yeah,
I've
that's
got
true.
no problems with it.
Art-wise,
except-
I like it.
Right. Except that it does not portray the game, much like most cover arts do.
It does
And
in a
it's
way.
whimsical.
It does in a way. I will be honest,
it's-
like it covers the part where you fight the Green Dragon. That is the part that it is covering.
That's when
But
the game changes, too.
but it,
It's such a
like-
key part of that game.
I know.
It does not look whimsical like the game is. It looks serious.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah. The game is not that.
Well,
It's
look at the other games
It's a
at that
misleading
time.
cover.
Like Mega Man.
Yeah, Mega
Mega
Man's
Man's
cover is so
horrible.
bad.
Mega Man 2, right? Where it's the
no,
actual adult. Yeah, Mega Man 2 is the actual
where he has like
adult
the
looking.
gun in his hand
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
like his arm being the gun. Dude, that every time I see it, it makes me laugh. Like I can't. I'm like, that is not even close.
It's awesome, though.
No, it's not.
I think it's awesome.
Okay.
It's something. That's what it
Maybe
is.
that's what they're going for with that. People pick up the game
Ah,
because
they try
the
to-
box
they
art looks awesome.
They always try to make those things like in the old days. They'd make them try to look so epic.
They did,
It's
yeah.
Like, it's so funny to see him though.
I think they succeed.
And as the games,
You know, I would like to see some cover art for new games come out with like old style like paint jobs.
That would be
like,
interesting.
like the NES stuff.
I would like
just
to
like-
see at least one game try
Like
it.
any one game that just like tries to make their game look super epic through like this weird painting that like has nothing to do with the rest of the game.
I think you lost Jake.
No, I think
I would
that
like
as games have
that
been
to
getting more
happen.
grand scale and epic, the covers have gotten worse. They've gotten more bland to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Typical, we need to show the protagonist on the front cover.
Yeah, like the Call of Duty.
Not only
Box
Call of Duty,
art.
this applies to most things. I look at Horizon Zero Dawn's cover, and it is bland.
Yeah,
It's better than most, though. Like, look at BioShock Infinite. That one's terrible.
It
And,
is.
like,
With him and... Wait, which... Sorry,
It's just him
I
with
got
the
a complete
gun.
version. I'm trying to... Okay, it's him
it's
in
just
the...
him with the gun.
Yes, I have complete version with Elizabeth on the front cover, too.
And
So,
then
my bad.
Doom 2016. It's just the main character.
Well,
That's
well,
it.
of course, you have to have Doom Guy. That's
the
an
reverse
exception.
Doom cover though.
Yeah.
is
I flipped
fucking
your copy.
Sweet.
I
Yeah.
flipped your copy. To
You
the,
flipped it back? Because I had it.
Oh, you had it that
I
way?
had it
okay,
that
my
way,
bad.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the superior version.
Yeah, the one
By
where
far.
he's like by himself shooting all the demons.
That's how it
like
should have
that,
been.
Like panoramic, dude. Yeah, panoramic covers are sweet. There was one
Yeah.
for Marvel vs. Capcom 3
Yeah.
that had like all the characters.
There
on it.
was actually one for BioShock Infinite, too, which I also switched
Yeah,
because it was better.
this panoramic covers is sweet.
Yeah.
It wasn't panoramic, though.
It wasn't a wraparound one.
Oh, yeah, it was actually. Scratch that.
All right,
It just wasn't that epic.
it just wasn't epic. Okay,
It just looked like classic, classical theme. So
I don't think I've seen that cover. So
it's sweet. It's got the storm. Or is it Songbird or Stormbird?
it's Songbird.
Songbird.
Yeah, it's got the Songbird on there.
Oh,
The silhouette. of it.
Songbird is sweet.
Yeah.
So now
Apparently,
that we've
his
gotten super
favorite
off topic.
games is 3 because of its gameplay and 5 because of its story narrative.
Oh well, we'll find out about 5, but 3 does have really good gameplay.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Favorite characters are apparently Pancraz and Bianca.
That sounds like 5.
Flew over our heads. We don't know
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah,
Fav-
we don't know
We'll
those
get there.
characters.
Favorite monster is the slime and Barbados.
Barbados.
The most hated dungeons: Galen's Grave in 1 and the Cave of Renderic in 2.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You remember
know,
the cave?
Gallon's Cave isn't that bad in the
No.
first one, but dude, that one cave in 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's the cave right
Awful.
at the end, right?
Yeah, I
right
believe
before
that
the last
right before
castle.
the ice. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I agree.
Yeah, that's a shit cave.
It is. It sucks. It sucks to backtrack through that.
I remember your hatred towards
Yeah,
that particular event.
If you haven't heard me rant about that, go check out our second episode, our Dragon Quest 2 review.
Re-review.
Yeah.
Re-review.
The
Yeah.
hate and the anger is still there.
The
It
rage.
lingers.
It
It still
flows
lingers
through
now.
you.
I'm starting to get upset now about it.
Now you know how I feel whenever somebody brings up friggin' Bounty Hunter. It's like I get flashbacks immediately.
PTSD.
Yeah, dude.
Dude. Fucking glitch.
That
I
yeah,
love that.
Yeah.
I love that's a thing. I
Oh,
love that that is a thing.
I want to get a shirt with that saying on it.
You should. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
The merch for all of Geekdom Entertainment needs to
If
be
it
updated.
there will be some stuff later. I'm looking into making stuff cheaper, but
Okay,
anyway.
cool.
I
And for
I,
this show?
I found a
What?
quote.
Are you looking at stuff at this for this
We
show
don't
too?
know.
For this show too, yes,
Okay.
everything.
I found a quote by Horii, which actually seems to make a lot of sense to me for the 3 games that I have played. But my objective is to make the games intuitive and accessible for anybody. I'm the kind of person who does not read the manual before playing a game. So I
So he's
want to
like
make
Joe?
sure. No, that's the
Way to
tutorial.
give Joe a defense.
That's the tutorial. That's
The
different.
tutorial?
Tutorial, yes.
That's similar.
Similar, yes, but don't give Joe any way out on this.
I
He
won't.
butchered tactics for
Look
no
at
good
cheese
reason.
Yeah, I didn't listen to that one.
Look at teaspoon.
So I want to make sure the game is simple with simple controls, but you can still have complex action and enjoy the gameplay. I wanted to include humor in the games so the people who play can actually really enjoy and have laugh out loud moments, of which I've had a few already.
I don't think I have.
laugh out loud
You
moments.
didn't tickle thy fancy or...
Yeah, dude,
I didn't have that
Oh
text.
yeah, you didn't have that line,
Yeah.
dude. I laughed my ass off at that line.
I laughed
Like,
at it too when you told me.
Any of our fine wares tickleth thy fancy.
And
Yeah.
the princess needing the D.
Yeah, the princess at the end of 1. Oh man,
I feel like I missed out on so much.
So great, dude. If you replay 1, you got to do it on the phone
I'll
or
at
like
least
the
do 1.
Mobile.
2 is a game I won't touch.
Yeah, don't bother with
Or
2.
recommend.
You've already played 2. You've already punished yourself enough. Yeah, but if anybody is planning on playing any of these games along with us or playing the first game, I do recommend getting it on Google Play. It is like
Agreed.
it is $1, and it is not a very long game, so it's like the perfect one to have on there.
Yeah, I played it on the NES, but I would also make that recommendation.
Of getting it on Google Play.
Yeah, go with the
most
mobile
definitely.
version.
And what we figured out is it's got a phenomenal soundtrack.
It does.
Yeah,
It does have a great
comparatively.
soundtrack that Dylan is
Orchestra.
now discovering through Builders, as it has the same
Builders-
soundtrack.
Builders has an awesome soundtrack.
Yep, it is.
I feel like I missed out on so much.
You did.
I'm filled with regret.
How much did that Dragon Warrior cost you?
Like $10.
Oh, okay, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
10 times our cost, though.
That's true. But I got the physical copy, so
That's true.
Oh.
You do have the NES copy, which is sweet.
yeah.
OG.
It has that awesome artwork that you guys don't appreciate.
I just prefer.
I did not say that I hated it.
I like the other one better.
Well,
all
I
I'm saying.
disagree.
It's sweet in a way. I just like. Mostly, I just like how the NES artwork is always like more epic than the game seems.
Well, it didn't help sales, so
Unfortunately,
yeah,
they had to give away everything.
they did for that one. Still, though, I like it.
I guess the superior cover is the Japanese one then, because that's the one that sold the game.
It's true. Everybody in Japan loves it.
Done.
Yeah. The cover is what sold the game.
Actually, back then I would say that because you didn't have a lot of medium to show off the game too
Yeah,
much.
there's not the internet to look up videos, or there's not really screenshots. It's basically entirely off of word of mouth commercials
or a
if they
few
have
magazines, obviously Nintendo
Yeah, it could've been
Power, but
magazines.
It could have been marketed differently, though.
Well,
Oh,
they
I-
marketed.
We don't
it
know that.
for
with actual
free.
Akira artwork, yeah, I guarantee it was marketed differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that part's kind of obvious with the different covers, but
Yeah.
still, I still find it the better cover.
All right,
So
guys.
that
Well,
is-
you can follow us on Twitter. You can find me at Obsidian Ba.
Me at Wandering Flame.
And me at DROM Media.
Yes, and we can go to puffpuffhour.com, right?
.geekdomentertainment.com. We don't have
Oh, okay.
the
Fuck.
official.
Well, and then you can find
Not
us on
yet.
Facebook, of course, searching Puff Puff Hour. You can
Or
search Puff Puff
iTunes.
Hour in Google, and we are apparently the first result, so that's great.
first 4 results with all the
First
respective
4
things
results.
we just mentioned.
We are the
Facebook.
greatest Puff Puff thing ever created. So
Oh, yes. But
Even-
5th place is those Puff Puff Nigerian recipe for those bread-looking things. We need to take the top 10 spots.
is
on
that
Google.
an actual Dragon Quest thing?
No, it's not.
Okay,
It's
then why the
Nigerian.
hell do you keep like mentioning it like we need to do it?
Yeah, let's plug that.
Like literally,
It's not relevant
food-
at all.
Yeah,
Food
literally,
episode, man.
literally every time
I
he
saw-
sees it, he's
I
like,
saw
"We
a
need to
video
do this."
the other day of a grand event, the 30th anniversary they did in Japan, and they literally had like fast food Happy Meals and specific Dragon Quest meals, to where they would arrange the noodles to look like heel slimes.
Oh, that's cool.
And pancakes to look like the slime, and then noodles was the tentacles off the heel slimes.
Ah, that's nice.
Someone
Yeah.
on the forums mentioned that too, that we could do like a food review episode.
Food
The
review.
horrible episode.
We don't
idea.
need to drop down to UFF depths.
to squeeze out the content.
Yeah,
So we have it every week.
gotta drain that rag of content as far as we can.
Squeeze the life out of it till there's nothing left, and still.
Eventually,
find
we'll have to set
topics.
it on fire. Yep.
All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this Horii episode. And our next episode should be approaching somewhat soon, but at least by the end of the year.
Yeah, it will be Builders. Builders is our next episode, just to be clear.
And then in the Builders, we'll discuss what the next game would be. If we feel at the time, if we want to do a monster game, some other spinoff, or go straight into 4.
I've already started 4.
All
so
right, fine, then it's 4.
We're going directly into 4.
Yeah, I just opened 4 too. We'll have a video for that.
4 has already bent over, and I'm already all the way in. So we're doing that one after Builders.
Yeah, check out our unboxing.
So this is not a
episode,
democracy?
too.
It is not a democracy. I am the dictator, and we will do as I say.
I think we already decided 4 anyway.
We already decided, yeah.
All right. No, I'm just trying to give you a hard time. I don't care one bit.
If not, we'll take a vote now. 4?
Four,
next
and,
one.
four, yeah. I already said it. So